Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sandra Coos Unfiltered. My name is Sandra Coos, and today I'm going to give you the third and final reason on my list of why you should heal from trauma. And of course, I saved the best for last because this reason is, in my opinion, the most profound, most beautiful, and most life-changing of all the reasons why you should heal from trauma. And this reason is your children. Because healing from trauma is the greatest gift you can give your children. And here's why. First of all, when you have children and you're living with trauma, your children notice that. They see how sad you are. They see how depressed you are. They see how you're struggling and they don't understand why. But in a way, sorry, if you don't heal from your trauma, then your children risk in following in your footsteps. Just as you followed in the footsteps of your parents who didn't heal their trauma. It's the exact same thing. So if you heal your trauma, you're doing so many things for your children. First of all, they watch. Children learn by example. And it doesn't matter if you already have children or you're planning on having children. If your children are babies, if they're kids, if they're adults, it doesn't matter. If you have children, they watch and they learn. And here's what they do learn. They learn that their mother overcame something very difficult. Sorry, their mother or their father. I apologize. So their parent. All right. So that their parent overcame something very difficult. They see how their parent becomes happier, stronger in their personality. And when you release trauma, you become more loving because you're able to truly love. When you are healed from trauma, you set boundaries. When you're healed from trauma, you treat people differently. You treat people with respect, just as they treat you with respect, like I talked about in my last video. So your children learn by example. And they will learn that no matter what life throws at them, they can overcome anything because they watch their parent do it. Now, isn't that a beautiful reason? At the same time, your children will not have to go through trauma like you did because you said it stops with me. I am healing so that my children don't have to. That's what I did for my son. But my story with my son is going to be a separate video because it's too big of a subject to cover in this very small time frame. However, it will change their lives because trauma is a generational issue, which means it didn't just happen to you. It happened to your parents. It happened to your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and so on and so forth. And this trauma mindset, let's call it this way, has been carried on through the generations to you. And now you're that ancestor that says, all right, this stops with me. I heal my trauma so that my children do not have to go through it. And that's so significant because not only by healing your trauma, you're healing your ancestral line moving forward, but also moving backwards. So by releasing your trauma, you're releasing all the trauma bonds from all your generations before. Do you know how many souls you're touching on the planet by simply healing your trauma? It's incredible. You're helping so many people. You help the planet, well, the people. By healing your trauma, you're helping them heal theirs. Now, I know that this is a concept that not everybody is familiar with. It's a very spiritual concept. It's a soul level concept. But I will go more into detail in that in other videos. Because trauma is a multidimensional healing. It's healing on all levels, not just one. But I see I'm trailing off. I'm sorry. So healing your trauma is the greatest gift you can give to your children. They will be so proud of you. You will teach them they can overcome anything They will watch you, they will learn. Like I said before, this is priceless. By healing your trauma, you can change their whole lives going forward. You will not know the impact healing your trauma will have on them when you see them as adults and how they live life as adults, how they challenge themselves, how they push through their limiting beliefs like you did, like I did. Because limiting beliefs are nothing real. It's something we put on ourselves. And those limiting beliefs were put on you, like I said in my previous video, by generational and social conditioning. But if you do not continue this conditioning, your children will never learn this conditioning. If you heal your social conditioning, you will notice right away when your children are subject to that. And you can address it with them so that it can't even take hold. You can teach them how to deal with bullies, how to be honest, how not to be afraid to speak the truth. When I think about it, okay, fine, a little bit about my son. Since the day he was able to understand us, we always told him, we love you no matter what. Even if we're angry with you, we still love you. And we always reinforced that. So whenever he messed up, made a mistake, he was like, even though you're angry with me, you still love me, right? Every time. And I always said, yes, I do. So if it was really driving me up the wall because I was dealing with my own triggers at this time, I sent him to his room for not more than 5 minutes. And then I came in and I sat down and I talked to him. I didn't punish him. I explained to him why I was upset, why this was not the best choice of action from him, and how to change that. And it helped him each and every time because now he's not afraid to come to us when something happened. He knows that we treat him with respect. He knows that we are safe to talk to. Did you ever feel like that with your parents? Not many of us did. And just recently, there was an incident in school. He's 10 years old, I should add that. And there was a bathroom incident where him and a couple of his friends were peering over the bathroom stall and saying, come on, show me your pee. I mean, not to play this down, but every kid does that at this age. It's curiosity. But then again, it's not okay. So there's boundaries that need to be set. So of course, I got a message from the teacher, and my son had already told me that I would get a message from his teacher, and I was like, oh my goodness, what happened now? But he said it was just a joke. So teacher explained to me what happened, and I sat down with my son because I understood both sides, because this happened to me when I was young. So I didn't punish him, because when I punish him, I only tell him he's a bad kid because I did something bad, but he doesn't understand why. So rather than being the extremely strict parent, I sat down with him and I said, look, I understand this was just a joke, but how do you think that little boy felt? And he said, I don't know. And I was like, well, let me tell you, this happened to me when I was your age, and it made me feel extremely uncomfortable. Well, my son didn't see that coming because his mother is on a pedestal. He didn't expect that this would have happened to his mother. And so that made him think. And he was like, okay, well, how can I fix this? And I said, well, you apologize. You understand you did something wrong and you own it and you apologize. And he did. So you see, I healed my trauma and now I see the connections between trauma and not trauma. So I can help my son navigate at a young age what to do, how to behave, how to set boundaries, how to have faith in himself, knowing that messing up, making a mistake is not the end of the world, because we all make mistakes. We're human. We're bound to make mistakes. We're supposed to make mistakes because that's the only way we learn. And this was only possible because I chose to heal my trauma, my limiting beliefs, my self-sabotaging behavior, the social and generational conditioning. I healed it all. And that's why I can now empower my son to be the best version of himself from the beginning. See, and this is, in my opinion, the most beautiful reason to heal from trauma, because with that, you prevent the next generation's trauma, because you can help them grow to a strong personality. They won't allow being traumatized. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that it made you think, that it's helping. And if you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate that. And always remember, trauma is not a life sentence. You have the power within you to heal. Bye.